So now, I'm going to introduce the Honorable Dr. Demi Kouzounas of Saco. She was re-elected as chair of the Maine Republican Party on January 12th, 2019. Demi Kouzounas is a dentist and small businesswoman with nearly 30 employees at locations in Scarborough and Skowhegan, and you were not destroyed by the pandemic, correct?
Yeah, we were closed for about 3 months, but we're trying to make the rest of the year work out for us, so it's been rough.
Okay, well, you can blame Governor Mills.
We were the last state in the country to open up dental offices.
Oh my, oh my.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that Mainers have such good teeth. Along with her practice, Dr. Kouzounas has also helped start Bright Smiles, a dental clinic for low-income children in Portland, and is co-founder of Dentists Who Care for Maine, which provides a free day of dental care each year. Dr. Kouzounas is the past president of the Maine Dental Association, a nonprofit association of about 650 dentists across Maine. Born in Sanford, she received her doctorate in dentistry at Tufts before serving our country in the U.S. Army. So please welcome Demi Kouzounas.
Boy, what a tough act, right? I have to be between Peter and Paul. Thank you. Peter Paul, exactly. Hi, everyone. And by the way, that is true. Our governor kept our dental offices closed for the longest period. If it wasn't for Senator Collins in front of CDC in Washington, D.C., to push the process through, we would still be closed, which is ridiculous. So, and there is no cross-contamination right now between a patient and a dentist in all of the United States. Not one case. So that's what we're dealing with. Well, anyways, it's great to be here tonight and be here with our governor, Paul LePage. I'm thrilled to have him here. Governor is fighting really hard these political battles. And I think he's doing a great job to help our side in this historic 2020 election. Governor, we're so glad to have you here in Maine, and we look forward to having you back at the Blaine House real soon. God, we need him there, right? All right. We're all well aware that this campaign season has been a really tough, historic election. I think we'll all be sitting back someday and wondering what happened in 2020, and I think we'll be talking about it like we probably did in the 60s for some of you that are about as old as I am. We also have a tough U.S. Senate race. The most expensive race in state's history, and possibly the most expensive Senate race in U.S. history, with $100 million in our state. It's ridiculous. And that's going to be also something we'll talk and will be written in the books. We have two very strong congressional races with Dale Crass and Dr. Jay Allen. We need them both back so bad. It's not funny. And it's been a busy, nonstop election cycle. We have been campaigning for the past 2 years, not 6 months. Folks, it's been 2 years of campaigning, and we need to get ready. We are almost done, but we still have 30 days to go, and we have our president back in the show. So the Maine GOP has built the largest grassroots field army this state has ever seen. We have made over, and here's the numbers, I love numbers. We have 1.5 million voter contacts done. Mind you, we don't have 1.5 million voters in the state, but we've made 1.5 million voter contacts. 300,000 doors. There's only 550,000 homes in the state. We have made 1.2 million phone calls with 23 staffers and over 500 volunteers. This is a historic accomplishment by our staff, an army of top-notch volunteers. We have an incredible momentum going, and we cannot let up now. If you have not done so, please sign up to be a volunteer with our team today. from knocking on doors, to making phone calls, to building signs, to writing a letter to the editor. There is a role for everyone to play, and we need you. I know Dr. J. Allen could really use the help. The presidential re-election campaign is going strong. He has recovered from COVID-19 very quickly, and I think you will be pretty amazed at I was very amazed at the drugs he was taking. It seemed to work very quickly to reduce the COVID load. So I think this is quite interesting, and we'll probably be able to help folks in the future so we're not as afraid of this pandemic. While sick at Walter Reed, our president continued to work around the clock. Who's shocked, right? I'm not. To help our country recover from this pandemic and get back to normal, which is what we need to do. Prior to his diagnosis, President Trump has gained an incredible momentum heading into the final stretch of the campaign. We were about this close to getting him here to Maine, just right before he got sick. But I'm still holding hopes that he makes it here. I wouldn't be shocked, let's put it that way. Meantime, Biden, in his fear, has been barely able to fill seats in any small room. I don't think he could even do this. For example, right here in Maine, we recently held events for Donald Jr. and Eric Trump. Both of these events exceeded expectations, creating an overflow area full of supporters. In contrast, Jill Biden couldn't fill a patio in Orono. Oh, I know, so sad.
Big patio.
A big patio? Yeah, and outside, folks, so, nobody got sick. Don't believe the media when they tell you that there is no enthusiasm behind our president, because it is a flat-out lie. President Trump cares deeply about Maine, and that is why he sent his son's political director, Chris Carr, that our governor had a great time talking to, and I think he'll be talking about that, and Women for Trump bus tour to Maine. Recently, Eric Trump came to Camp Palace, which is basically where I live, in Saco, to talk about the incredible work that our president has done for, ready? Making lobstering great again. That's what he's doing. So, Eric was joined by our governor, Seth Doobie, a local Camp Palace lobsterman, a Jason Joyce, the lobsterman from Swan Island, who gave that wonderful speech on the RNC convention. Yeah, amazing. Good guy. We were also lucky to have Don Jr. come to Maine as well. He started his trip up at the Maine Military Supply in front of a massive crowd. And let me tell you, it was a massive crowd up in Holden. We far surpassed the expectations. The next morning, he headed down to Auburn to speak with voters at Raleigh's for breakfast and meet with Trump supporters. I can say without a doubt that I have never seen a presidential candidate who cares so deeply about being accessible to regular, everyday citizens. And that's our president. The Trump presidency has always been about you, not about the country's elites. And that is why he will once again win in November. And I feel strongly about that. Senator Collins is also in a political fight of her life. As you likely have seen through horrible TV ads bashing her, the left has dumped millions of out-of-state money into the empty suit of Sarah Gideon. And I got a new name for her. Because of Rhode Island Sarah, that's her new name, still Rhode Island Red, she's a Rhode Island Sarah, is unable to run her own record of gas tax hikes, gun grabbing, and raising taxes for Maine families and businesses. She has resorted to lies and slander of our great senator. Where is she getting the money, folks? Where is she getting that money? $50 million, that's ridiculous. This race is incredibly close and we need your help. Please get involved with our teams and make sure out-of-state liberals do not steal this seat from us Maine people. Up and down the ballot, we are within striking distance of major victories. That goes the same for our two congressional candidates, Dale Crafts and Dr. Jay Allen. Much like the Senate races, out-of-state liberals have dumped tons of money into these races to tip the scales in their favor. But no amount of money can replace the hard work our candidates are putting in. We all must match the hard work these candidates are putting in if we want to take back the U.S. House. While these top-of-the-ticket races seem to get all the attention in the media and on the airways, they are just a small part of determining if this year will be successful for Republicans. Do not forget our local Senate, House, and municipal elections. Too often, folks become hyper-focused on the top-of-the-ticket races that these critical elections do not receive the attention they need. These elections have the most direct impact on our day-to-day lives.
Absolutely.
It's the local races that really affect us.
Yep.
They decide how our state is run, what taxes we will pay, which rights of our will be protected, and choose the constitutional offices like Secretary of State in Augusta. Dear God, we need these folks in there so we can get rid of Dunlop.
Absolutely.
And once again, we need to control Janet Mills. Right now, she's running a dictatorship,
Absolutely.
right? Speaking of Secretary of State Dunlop, I want to give you all a quick update regarding the ongoing battle of ranked choice, repealing of ranked choice voting. We fully anticipated an uphill battle in the state court. We didn't even think we would win in state court. And while we were successful at the district court, Secretary of State Dunlop decided that it was his best interest to appeal the decision to the Maine Supreme Court to silence thousands of voters. That's what he did. Now that we have gone through the state courts, which we needed to do, we can now challenge this decision in federal court where we feel confident we will be successful. Because of Matt Dunlop has decided to play politics with our elections, be prepared for a messy, confusing election cycle. See how mad I am about that? In the result that we cannot declare a winner in Maine's presidential elections, know that the issue fully falls on Matt Dunlop. Please stay tuned for more updates regarding the repeal process. We are fighting the Democrats on all fronts, in the field, on the airways, on social media, in the newspapers, and if you guys all read the Pingree Press Herald, you will understand. We did a couple of events, and what do? They go ahead and call us reckless. And we cannot do this alone. We need your help. Please sign up today, join our army, and remember to never stop fighting. If you have any questions, I'll be in the back later on to answer any questions, and I thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Demi. Let's give her another round of applause.